What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News, and we are back. I was waiting for Rachel to blog so that I can then add my 2 cents to what she had to write, so that's why I'm late. Rachel Lindsay blogs The Bachelor. Lauren B changes Ari from kissing Bennett to The Bachelor. All right. And same old for my Bachelor, where Rachel Lindsay will be blogging exclusively. You already know the drill. All right. This week, the ladies finally leave the country and jet across the Atlantic to Paris, France. While the ladies are exploring Paris, Ari sits down with Chris Harrison to update him on his journey with the women. After Chris talks with Ari, he greets the women to inform them on how the week will progress. We learned there will be two one-on-ones, a 2-on-1, and a group date. All right. Lauren B gets the first one-on-one. I, for one, am very interested in this date because Ari seems to be very into her. He is beyond excited and told her that he saved this date specifically for her. I have to admit that this is the most life and excitement I have seen in Ari since he licked the bowling ball. Ew. And I am afraid if she pulls out the coconut milk, he may just get down on one knee. There is something there between these two, and I want to know what it is because I do not see it yet. As I am watching this date unfold, I realize I will have to wait a little bit long, or maybe never, to learn more about his connection with her. It's crazy how the only thing I can say about this one-on-one is wow. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That is all Lauren B said. I think no more than 10 words were said on this part of the date, and he is trying to force something that is just not there. I can tell Ari's a little concerned. Now, this is the girl that, according to Reality Steve, spoiler alert, put it on pause, fast forward, whatever. But this is the girl that Reality Steve revealed a few weeks ago that he picked Becca, not the 22-year-old one, the other one, but then proposed to her on TV, of course, and then dumps her and goes and get with Lauren, and he's currently dating Lauren. So it's going to be interesting if that's true. So whatever that the camera can't see and Rachel can see, it looks like Ari saw something because he dumped his fiance and got back with the runner-up, if things plays out that way. Okay. So later that evening, Ari is working overtime to get Lauren B to open up. You know, I think guys are painfully obvious when they really are into a girl. He is going above and beyond to make her feel comfortable. Eventually, his efforts work because Lauren finally said more than wow, and we see a deeper side of her that is sincere but guarded. Additionally, we get more insight into Ari's romantic past. I actually enjoyed hearing more about Ari's past relationship that did not include Emily. Ari and Lauren B bond over past heartaches. They gain a better understanding of one another, and he gives her the rose. One thing that I did notice in that Ari does not kiss Lauren the way he does every other girl in the house. It was gentle, patient, and sweet. The kissing Bennett left the room, and the Bachelor entered on. Okay. A date card arrives at the house revealing a group date. The only name not on the date card are Kendall, Jacqueline, and Krystal. Krystal assumes that she will be on the 2-on-1, leaving Kendall and Jacqueline another day to await their fate. Group date. Okay. The ladies get to go to Moulin Rouge. I am insanely jealous. The girls get to dance and wear costumes on an iconic stage. Some of them learn choreography while Tia attempts it. I love that fact that she can laugh at herself and have fun. That's a good quality in a woman. We also learn that Cian is a dancer. What can't this woman do? After trying on costumes and sashaying in front of Ari, the ladies learn that the woman who gets the rose on this date gets to dance on the Moulin Rouge stage that night with Ari. The ladies move on to the group date evening portion to spend alone time with Ari after watching Ari dates with Lauren B. A date with Lauren B. I am beginning to notice something. With Lauren B, it is the first time we see Ari reassuring the lady. He is eager to express his feelings rather than just listen and kiss. That's a good observation. When Ari was on that date, he opened up to her, expressed emotion, and constantly reassured her how he was feeling about her and the strength of their relationship. As Ari sits with these women, it is the girls expressing their emotions with him, reassuring their feelings with him. I'm just saying, which is true. There was one girl who she got on a date and she just jumped in for the kiss, said one or two words, kiss again, and whenever it got silent and she couldn't find anything to say to him, kiss again. It was like, okay, we understand, we get it, but talk a little bit, get to know the person. It was just awkward, so I'm going to go ahead and just kiss you and be physical because that's all I know how to do right now, because on the emotional level, So anyways, go ahead and continue. Ari passes the rose out tonight based on feelings. He was with the woman and not their daytime performance. He gave the rose to Becca, and I am a bit surprised, how I feel about this relationship or the lack thereof, because it is evident he does not see a future with her. I honestly believe he passed this rose out to the girl who would appreciate the Moulin Rouge experience the most, and that was baby Becca. The two go on stage and perform in front of a group of angry birds as the women glare at them, having the time of their lives. Can I just add that Tia may not have learned the choreography, but Ari did not learn the lyrics to that song. Thank goodness for baby Becca. Animated expressions that saved the performance. Baby, when I tell you these women reactions were priceless, there's images right here. I was laughing the whole time. They look salty, okay? Woo, salty. Oh, man. Salty as a pretzel. Goodness. Meanwhile, the girls back at the house get a date card and learn that Krystal and Krystal will be going on the two-on-one. Krystal stated that there's no one on her level. Agreed. Krystal has basically been preparing for this moment since her limit exit, while Kendall is confused as to her purpose on the date. Has Krystal seen the show before? Apparently not. These moments usually don't work out too well for the Krystals of the Bachelor franchise. Is Krystal listening? The next day, Ari takes the women to a chateau in the French courtyard. After some exploring, the women enter a maze where they have to search for Ari. Krystal finds him first, and he pulls her to the side to talk to her about the temper tantrum she threw last week. He says one thing to Krystal, and it was as if her response was to a completely different conversation. Krystal throws Kendall under the bus. He kisses her to shut her up. Later, Ari tells Kendall what Krystal said about her never being in love and not being ready for the seriousness of this type of relationship. Rachel went through the same thing with Eric, so there's no big deal here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a classic 2-on-1 where the ladies are not just battling for Aries, but now against each other as well. Kendall responds to him regarding, I don't want to keep saying his name. Gosh, a lot of his name in here. Regarding love is genuine and real. She may have never been in love before, but this girl is definitely ready for the person who can bring that out of her. She gave the realest answer. I love it. Alright, in a last effort to save Krystal from delusion, Kendall really tries to understand and empathize with Krystal, but to no avail. I truly think Krystal does not hear people when they talk. Now, Rachel don't like Krystal. You guys know I talk about positivity and all that. I actually like Krystal. She's gorgeous. I like her. She's real. She stands within her truth. She's true to herself. She's not on there bashing the ladies, calling them out of their name. She's not bullying them. She's just saying, I'm here for him, and these are my feelings. I don't understand that. The other ladies are sitting around in groups, bullying her, yelling at her, talking over her, mocking the way she talks, all of these things out of pure jealousy. She literally talks to herself, talks about herself in confessionals, talk highly of herself, talk about how she's going to win him over, how she's going to do it. She's not really bashing them. So I understand that people like to jump on bandwagons and like to go after the villain, but the ladies were actually the main ones here, because majority of the time, I'm not naive, yes, we all watch the same show, Krystal have her ways, but majority of the time she was talking about herself and what she's gonna do to win this guy over. Once in a while she said, this person, don't have what I have and whatever, but most of the time she was talking about herself and confident within herself. Even the last night, she was talking about how she was going to win and all of that. So that's why I like her. I don't understand the hate and the jealousy, but I get it. People normally just go with the wind and jump on bandwagons. So no shade of Rachel. I love Rachel. Not liking Krystal would be the obvious choice. I normally go the opposite. Hence the reason why I talk about Rachel and Brian. Isn't it ironic? I shouldn't say nobody. A lot of people did not like them. They hated on them. I could have gone with the win, right? Gone with the win, fabulous. Give me more. I'm going with the win, fabulous. I could have gone with the win. I could have jumped on the bandwagon and supported Peter and all of his fans and go that way, right? Who did I choose to support? Brian and Rachel. Not because she's black. I chose to support her because I felt like the hate didn't make sense. All she did was go on the show and to find love, and she fell in love and picked a guy for her. So that's normally how I handle life, man. That's normally how I roll. I'm not feeling this whole let's hate Krystal movement. I'm not. But anyways, let's continue. Kenna and Krystal continuing the conversation into the night, and it is nothing less than frustrating. Conversation with Krystal don't make sense, and they really are not conversation. It's like you tell Krystal A and she starts talking about a letter, and it's not even in the alphabet. Yeah, Richard and I are going to disagree on that part. Finally, thank goodness Ari sends Krystal home and gave Kenna the rose. Did anyone notice the way that Krystal was nodding her head during Ari's speech? And like I said, didn't I say this the last time I reviewed the show? That ABC was just holding on to her because she brought spark and excitement to the show because it was boring. But they were going to hold on to her for 1 or 2 more weeks because he's getting serious. And at this point, it's not about finding a villain and ratings and all of that, even though ratings are important. But at this point, it was about this guy is really here for love. So let's go ahead and get serious. And that, eventually Krystal will have to go. So I was right. And I guess also too, guys, the reason why I'm not affected by Krystal's behavior and all of the hate and stuff like that she gets. When you've seen these shows a lot and you've analyzed it, at this point you kind of know, so there's no surprise here. But Krystal have a lot of fans. So I'm going to go ahead and insert, before I move on, these messages right here and comments right here. Let me go ahead and put this video up. She did this video telling people what to do as far as fitness go. So go ahead and watch it, and then we'll come back and talk about it. So after that,
guys, what's up? I want to go over my 3 best tips for losing weight when I gotta cut weight quickly. So this is like when I have special events or photo shoots or I got a, important night out. One is intermittent fasting. I'm condensing the window in which I'm eating food to an 8 to 10 hour window of the day. That means I wake up and I fast. I drink lots of water and coffee, but no cream. I drink it completely black. And once I have my first meal, that's gonna start the clock for 8 to 10 hours. I'm gonna eat 3 meals and maybe a snack or 2, and then I'm done for the day. It allows us to be burning fat just by breathing, sitting on the couch, sitting at the desk working. When we don't have any more glycogen in our body, we go to fat, stored fat, as our energy source. So yay to burning fat and doing nothing, right? Okay, winning. I post about this and people are like, duh. And I'm like, dude, 90% of all the clients I work with, 95% of all the clients that I work with.
Videos, a lot of people were on that video with comments. She have a lot of supporters, guys. So I'm not alone. She's gorgeous, in shape. I saw Eric on her page. She's a fitness instructor. Maybe, if you didn't find love on Winter Games, you know, maybe he's interested. You know, those are the type of girls that Eric like. I don't know why he was on Rachel's season, but that's neither here nor there. But, you know, I feel like behind all of that stuff, she's really a cool person. And it's beyond just beauty, but he's into fitness, she's into fitness. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, what's his name? Peter don't like her, so he's out, you know, out of the whole running. But, you know, it looks like Eric like Krystal. So if he didn't find love on Winter Games, we will see what happens here. Eric also like Vanessa, which I'm going to talk about in the next video. All right, next up is Jack. And I also want to add, man, what a breakup. What a breakup, because that view, though, I won't even be complaining. Like, oh, okay, go ahead. That view was everything at that table, and you could see the Eiffel Tower, and oh my gosh, it was just a beautiful view. I took a lot of screenshots of shots of this episode, because the views were just amazing and to die for, just breathtaking. Jacqueline, who has pretty much been non-existent throughout the journey. I am excited for her date and excited to get to know her. Eric picks her up in this classic convertible, and of course it broke down. And let me see, she looks beautiful in the dress but can't walk in her heels as she stumbles through the rest of the date. Again, let's hope this is not symbolic of the relationship. She says that because she has never had a date or received a rose on a group date, that she was afraid she was more of an experiment than someone he's excited about. I love that line. It was extremely direct, and she forced Eric to address the realness of their relationship. All of this is an experiment, but I feel where you are coming from, Jacqueline. Eric then tells her that he feels she's too intelligent for him. Okay, that would be a turn off for me. Yeah, that's crazy that he would say that. Accept the challenge and don't settle for mediocrity. Oh, Rachel talking about mediocre life, Peter. Step up your game, brah. Read a book, take a class, phone a friend. Okay, Rachel. She's snapping her airy. Like Jacqueline said in her heels, as it is evident that he does not see their lives fitting together outside of this experiment. He says that they have different lives, and pretty much everything said thereafter leads us to believe that he will not give her the rose, but for some reason he does. This relationship does not look promising. This is the girl I was talking about who, every time there was a pause in what they were saying, she kept kissing him, trying to buy time with a kiss, or trying to kill that awkward moment with a kiss. 4 dates this week means no cocktail party, and we move straight to the rose ceremony. Good, we have waited long enough. Jenna and Chelsea go home. This is the one who called Becca a baby, and the one with the child, because they had such a good day just last week, and we were all beginning to really like and understand her. Jenna was not much of a surprise here because we never saw that conversation, but she was clearly a house favorite. Okay, the girls learn that they are going to, ooh, I love that place. And everyone, they're going to Italy, and everyone is excited except Lauren B. She has a moment after the rose ceremony with the producer. Yeah, I was like, who is she talking to? And her emotions seem a little displaced. Did we miss something? I do not understand the root of her emotion, even though it is sad to see her break down. It is nice to see an actual emotion from her, but enough of that. We can talk about the previews for the rest of this season. I cannot wait for the upcoming weeks. I can't wait to see you back here next week, same time and place, where I will give you my real and raw take on the rundown with Rich. Well, guys, there you have it. Rachel input. I mean, it's getting down to the wire, so I'm looking forward to seeing the last few episodes, because it looks like they are saving the best for last. Or you know how editing can make you excited, and then the actual episode come on, you're like, what is this? So whatever the case might be, I will be back doing another review, because I promise, since Rachel's doing it, I will. So yeah, man, that's about it. I'm not going to drag this video on any longer. I am going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.